What started as a private mom group disagreement suddenly turned into a full-blown daytime TV debate, and now everyone has an opinion. Ashley Tisdale thought she was simply setting boundaries, but within days, her personal message was being dissected on The View, questioned by co-hosts, and labeled as high school behavior. So the big question is, was Ashley calling out toxic behavior, or did she accidentally become part of the drama she was trying to escape? It all started with a deeply personal essay that Ashley Tisdale probably never expected to explode the way it did. On January 1st, she opened up about quietly struggling inside what she described as a toxic mom friend group, saying repeated moments of exclusion left her feeling hurt, drained, and completely out of place. According to Ashley, this wasn't a one-time misunderstanding. It was a pattern that slowly built up until she finally reached her breaking point. And instead of staying silent, she decided to put her truth into words, telling the world that sometimes walking away isn't weakness, it's survival. But the moment that essay went live, the internet lit up, and the fallout was only just beginning. But what really sent this story into overdrive wasn't the essay itself, it was how Ashley chose to leave. In her own words, after feeling iced out one too many times, she sent a final message straight into the group chat, saying the situation felt too high school and that she didn't want to be part of it anymore. To Ashley, it was honest and direct. To everyone else watching from the outside, it felt like lighting a match and walking away. Some saw it as empowering, others saw it as unnecessary, and once that exact message became public, people stopped debating toxic mom culture and started questioning whether the exit was louder than the problem itself. And that's when the drama officially crossed into mainstream territory, because once The View got involved, this wasn't just an online conversation anymore, it was a public judgment. While discussing Ashley's essay on The Weekend View, the hosts didn't hold back, zeroing in on that exit text as the real issue. Sara Haines openly questioned why Ashley felt the need to announce her departure at all, suggesting that calling people out in a group message felt a lot like the very high school behavior Ashley was criticizing. In that moment, the narrative shifted fast. Instead of focusing on the group that hurt her, the spotlight turned squarely onto Ashley, and suddenly her attempt to set boundaries was being framed as part of the problem. But the scrutiny didn't stop there. One by one, the co-hosts began adding their own takes, and each comment pushed the conversation further away from sympathy and closer to criticism. Ana Navarro bluntly questioned why Ashley didn't just leave quietly, asking why she couldn't simply exit the conversation and move on with her life. Then the tone shifted when Navarro joked about Whoopi Goldberg, revealing that Whoopi regularly drops out of the View group chats without warning. The panel burst into laughter, and that moment alone went viral. Sunny Hostin quickly backed it up, confirming that Whoopi really does just disappear. No explanations, no dramatic goodbyes. And just like that, Ashley's heartfelt message was being compared to ghosting, making her exit look less like empowerment and more like overthinking. But amid all the jokes and critiques, a more nuanced perspective emerged. Alyssa Farah Griffin, who's expecting her first baby, acknowledged that toxic mom culture is very real. The kind of subtle exclusion and judgment Ashley described isn't unheard of. Yet she added another layer. Sometimes it's not personal at all. Moms are juggling exhaustion, newborns, and endless responsibilities, and missing a text or seating someone differently at a table isn't always a deliberate slight. Griffin's point was clear. Being a mom changes your focus, and what feels like high school drama from the outside might just be the reality of balancing life, family, and friendships. It reminded viewers that the story isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about perspective, priorities, and the often unseen challenges of motherhood. And as soon as the essay went viral, fans couldn't help but play detective. Without any names mentioned, many speculated that Ashley's words were aimed at a star-studded circle that included Hilary Duff, Mandy Moore, Meghan Trainor, and others she'd been photographed with over the years. Social media lit up with theories. Old photos were dug up, and online communities debated who was really involved. TMZ even stepped in to clarify that the women weren't the subjects of Ashley's essay, but as often happens in celebrity culture, the denial only fueled curiosity. Suddenly, a personal story about mom friendships became a public guessing game, with viewers dissecting every possible connection and motive. Then, just when it seemed like the conversation couldn't get any juicier, a source close to the mom group added another twist. According to this insider, Ashley's decision to go public wasn't just about exclusion, it was a misalignment of values that naturally led friends to drift apart. The source claimed that while stepping away was understandable, the dramatic breakup text was not necessary, framing it as an overreaction rather than a bold stand. Suddenly, the narrative shifted again. What started as a story of empowerment now also carried a hint of controversy, leaving fans wondering whether Ashley's viral essay was a powerful message or an accidental escalation of a private disagreement. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? Ashley Tisdale spoke up, shared her truth, and set boundaries, but in doing so, she sparked a debate that went way beyond her personal circle. Was she brave for calling out toxic behavior, or did her exit message make the drama bigger than it needed to be? The story highlights something everyone can relate to. Friendships have seasons, and sometimes walking away feels both necessary and complicated. In the end, it's a reminder that even celebrities face the same struggles we do, navigating hurt, setting boundaries, and figuring out when to step back. So what would you have done if you were in Ashley's shoes? Drop your thoughts below. This is one debate the internet isn't going to stop talking about anytime soon.